Hi, it's me Rahmat once again from Star Library. Thanks for joining us today. I'm so excited to have all of you back. Today, this week, I am going to present for you a very interesting book about Henry Taw and the Governor by Gladys Blake. I think it was the most interesting book about that I've ever read. Henry Taw and her whole family lived in a tall brick house in the year 1902. They lived in a very big house, but the family was absolutely satisfied and comfortable with their big house. One September, she decided to go with Molly, their house cook, to her house to have a little fun with Molly's dog, Honey. As she entered Molly's house, Honey was waiting for her. They started playing and they had a lot of fun together outside the house. But suddenly a car drawn by a few dogs and a man on it passed from before of them. And also Honey joined them. Henry Taw called Honey many times, but Honey didn't stop. He went away. Finally, Honey stopped beside the wall of Capitol Estate, where Henry Taw's father had been working for many years. It was so familiar for her because while she was about 3 years old, every day she was coming with his father to the Capitol Estate when his father was the secretary, and she was playing there with his father. So she went to get the dog back. As she climbed the wall, the dog started running because he found a good place, a good area for playing. Therefore, it started running this side and that side. But while they went into the hall, suddenly a few men came. They were running. They couldn't control. They crushed the men, and all the men fell down to that hard rock that was covered on the floor. It was the governor. The governor stand up and told, "What the hell these children are doing here with a dog?" Henry Taw was so afraid she ran away without saying a word. While she came home, she didn't tell anything at all. But then, in the morning, his father began to know by the newspaper that there was an accident with the governor yesterday in the mansion that he lived there. Henry Taw was not afraid. Instead, she was proud of her that she had an accident with the governor. It was so funny for her. She began to tell this to his father that lady was her and the dog was Honey. So his father glanced a little at her and told her that, "Did you tell your name to him?" She said no. His father got comfortable and said that, "You better not tell your name for him, because if you told him, that would be not good, because we have a warm battle together these days for the coming election at 9 November. And besides, he's a Republican, but I am a Democrat." So she was really proud that she didn't tell her name to him. The next day she met the governor at her school. The governor was a very good-tempered man. He didn't tell anything at all to Henry Taw. Besides, he encouraged her to do good at her lessons. And as she got to sleep that night with a lot of worry that what kind of future that she was going to have tomorrow. While she woke up in the morning, there was nobody in her room, neither his father nor mother. She went to her grandma's house, but there wasn't also her grandma. She went to even her brother's room, but there wasn't also her brother. She was really afraid. She ran to the downstairs to Molly, where she was busy cooking. She asked her where her parents were. They said that they went to a wedding party outside the city. There was a wedding of your cousin. She was really sad. She passed that day with crying, and as the night was coming, so Molly didn't have any way to go to her house because she had to take care of Henry Taw. And also from another way. She wanted to go because she had an old mother which she had to be take care of. So she was obligated to go house, and she also had to take Henry Todd to her house. And when his father came, she had to take Henry Todd back to his father. So as they were on the way, outside was very cold and all the places were covered with ice. Suddenly, Henry Todd crashed once on that hard ice. Her knees were really hurted. With a lot of hardship, they could get into the house. So now Henry Todd wondered that what should she do, because she had no place to go, and her father would be angry if she saw that there wasn't Henry Todd. But Molly got an idea. She said that now if I can't take Henry Todd to her house, she told her mother that you should take Henry Todd and go to our neighbor's house and call from there to Wally Green that she was in her house. So as they went, the maid of the house led them through the library, where there were the telephone. They called many times, but nobody answered. Molly's mother told Henry Todd that perhaps she got the number wrong, but the maid of the house told that no, she didn't. If you have any doubt about that, you can look at the notebook, the telephone number notebook. So Henry Todd was she disliked very much searching for a number as she does asking for directions. So she didn't want at all to look, when suddenly she heard the sound of the governor coming from the other door. It was the governor. She was very happy. The governor said, "Can I help you?" She said, "Yes, we can't find our father's number." He searched. He asked, "What is your name?" She said, "Henry Todd." "What is your father's name?" With a hardship, she told that my father's name is Mr. Metcalf. She was really, really angry, because she thought that his father told her that don't tell your name to governor. But the governor didn't notice at all. Without saying anything, he found the number, and the number was right. Nobody answered the telephone. So they were busy searching for the telephone number, and finally nobody answered. The governor got an idea. He said to Molly's mother that you can go home. If anybody didn't answer, we will call to them that Henry Todd was in the governor's house. So Henry Todd and the governor sat in the table where it was full of bread and dinner, but there was nobody except these two. They talked a lot until long at 12 o'clock, when suddenly the door struck, and it was his father. His father wondered that it was the governor, but he didn't notice at all. The governor told that can I participate the dinner that you will have tomorrow at Christmas? His father said nothing about it. He said, of course you can. We'll be even happy. Henry Todd was also very happy, because she thought that the governor was a very good man. So Henry Todd and her father went back home, and tomorrow of that day the governor came to Henry Todd's house, and they had a good dinner. And also, governor told to Henry Todd's father that you can get back to your former job, which you had many years ago. Without undoubtedly, there we can also forget these group differences. There is also a good place for you to work. His father was very happy. He was even jumping up, and she was really proud of her daughter that she could return back the job to his father. Thank you.